Okay, so I'm going to talk today about how to explode a business with leads. There are two ways to do this, and this works even if you are an idiot. I'm saying this because I'm an idiot, and I figured out both of these ways. And if I would have done both of these things for my last business, I would be a decamillionaire instead of just a millionaire. So I'm going to explain to you why I had to close my last business down during COVID, and like how to do outreach really effectively and inbound really effectively. So let's say you have a small business. We had a 7-figure hospitality-based business, and we trained bartenders and we did cocktail events, right? And one way to generate a lot of leads is you have, 50 more Google reviews than your competitors. You have a good landing page. You're running paid media. You're doing Facebook, Instagram, Google ads, and your conversions are on point. We were getting about 20, 30-ish leads a day doing that, but we're selling small stuff like cocktail classes for like 2-3 people, doing like a training bartenders, and your customers are kind of broke, so they can only spend like $700-800. They need a payment plan. There's all these issues. So we could make like $300,000-400,000 a year doing this, but when you're in Center City, we were in a 3-story facility. You have a ton of like Americans working for you. Like it's like the numbers aren't great. So what I did not understand, that's like method number one. That's like the B2C method. And that's good for like a lot of small deals. What I did not understand, because our cocktail classes, because we did events for the Comcast executive team, we were 2 blocks away from them. We did events for McKinsey, we did events for Bain, we did events for University of Pennsylvania, we did events for Drexel, like we were all over. But I would just wait for them to find me, and they would like reach me, and then I would close them, and I would close like 90% because we were really good. Like we would cook cocktails underwater, light drinks on fire, do all this cool stuff. What I did not know how to do, I didn't understand cold email, I didn't understand LinkedIn, I did not understand cold calling. If I was running what I'm doing now, LinkedIn, cold calling, cold email, we were 2 hours from New York. I would have been doing 30-40 events a week. Like it would have been nuts. And these events were super high margin. The other things, because we were training bartenders, so you're triple regulated. You have Board of Education, you have alcohol, tobacco, firearms, and then you have food and beverage. Like it's just really expensive. So, but events are much less, there's much less government in your face. The margins are a lot better, and you can travel. So we would have cleaned up. We would have made like 3, 4, 5 million a year. And I had friends that were doing this that had like a cocktail cart business, and I was always so jealous. And I was like, what do they have that we don't? Look at I would just spend $10,000 on like a videographer from Britain. We flew him in. I thought we just needed better YouTube. It's not enough. You have to do massive amounts of outreach. Like you reach out to 10,000 people a month. You do it 3 ways. You do it LinkedIn, you do it cold call, and you do cold email. They all reinforce each other. When you just do one, like when you just do cold calling, it doesn't work. If cold calling worked, if just cold email worked, I wouldn't be, when I was teaching for Client Ascension, like everybody would I would do a response handling. Everybody's like, oh, I just started outreach like a month ago, so I have 2 meetings coming up this week for my cold email. Cold email is a garnish, it's not enough. So you have to layer all 3. Cold email will get you leads that you can't get through cold calling. The cold calling is great for volume. And then when you do LinkedIn outreach, it forces you to do content, and then that reinforces everything else. So they all work together. You need all 3. I wish I would have known this 7 years ago, but then I wouldn't be here in front of you. So anyway.